Hey, it's Simon from Beyond Creation, and you're watching Infernal TV.
This is Stephanie here with Infernal TV, and I'm here with Simon of Beyond Creation. So how are you?
Pretty good.
Awesome. So now we're in Orlando. You're headlining a U.S. run. I think we're about halfway, maybe a little over halfway through the tour. So overall, how have the shows been with you headlining and then with Fallujah, Equipoise, and Archaic as support?
It's been really good. All the package is, I think, really strong. Every band have his own unique vibe and feeling, and I think in the end, like, it's blend pretty well. And yeah, people have been really enjoying all the shows so far, and yeah, the new album seems to get pretty well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And now with your discography, because your sound has matured and varied throughout all the different albums. So what is that like, playing all the different material live?
It's really awesome. I'm really happy right now because I've been dreaming for a long time about doing a conceptual album, and like let's go back, like in maybe 2009 I seen Cynic, where they were playing full album, and also which is like Traced in Air, one of my favorite album. And also, for example, the Faceless with Planetary Duality. I don't know, it just always like stayed in me, and I wanted to kind of do something where yeah, it's a whole entire world where you see it, and you see it live, and I don't know, you're used to listen to it on the album that way, and it kind of like represent all the feelings you got listening to it many times. So.
And now I do want to talk about Algorythm a little bit. Now, I think any Beyond Creation, because I've been following you all since the Aura, so the one thing with Algorythm is that you definitely progressed, you matured as a band, but you still kept your core sound. So overall, and then you mentioned, with concept albums that you're moving more in that direction, but how do you still keep your roots while progressing?
That's a really good question. I have no idea. It's just I compose things that I like, and I just wanted to incorporate new influences that I got, and maybe push like the boundaries further away, where I'm like Pink Floyd is one of my biggest influence, and I don't know, like this old progressive style was really reaching me, so I just decided to go a little bit further in it. And yeah, I don't know, for some reason we definitely hear Beyond Creation sound like probably the progressions, the chord progression and melody, but yeah, it's hard to say like how things get there.
Right, and now because, well, with this next question, you already touched a little bit with this last question, because there's definitely a lot more melody and Algorythm, and you mentioned Pink Floyd. I know you mentioned Pink Floyd at a few of your other interviews, but is there a particular reason why you're moving in a more like melodic direction, more instrumental, as opposed to how brutal and technical you were before?
Yeah. It just came naturally, where I wanted something more progressive, and maybe, I mean, it's still really complex as the other album, but the complexity is different, where it's more as I said, like the chord progression, the choice of notes, and like the way it transit all together, transcend. Like Yeah, the other album was way more technical as the playing was, but now it's more something where you feel like a lot of energy, a lot of different ambience, a lot of dynamics. And that's where I don't know. I don't know, just composing, and it's something that I really felt it was the right time to progress in that kind of ambience and vibe.
So why is it important for bands to have a lot of variety in their music?
So I think, especially in metal music, that's the beauty of it, because the more it goes, the more variety it is, and I think people can really appreciate that for some reason, because I don't know. For example, in the old days, like Cannibal Corpse, I like Cannibal Corpse, but it's either you like it or you don't, right? So like nowadays, there's so many influence and many different styles in music that I think people can maybe more appreciate the music and like transcend into different genres of music. So yeah, to me it's something really important that I embrace and want to, like, music is just music. It's not, I don't want to play metal or like just stick to one genre. I just want to play things that I like and yeah, have fun with this. Yeah.
You mentioned that you all pushed the boundaries with your music with this album, and you also went out of your comfort zone. So why do you think that's also important?
Because as an artist, I mean, personally, I don't want to stick into what I already did. I try to get out and explore things, and just like, that's where you kind of feel excitement and just exploring new ambiences, atmospheres, and new techniques. Doesn't need to be complicated, just like, I don't know. It's a lot of fun, and I think all in the band, we're all agree on the same, where like pushing our own boundaries as artists or just like music player is really nice.
Do you have any plans for next year?
For sure, we will keep doing tours and try to go to places that we never been before. But yeah, we don't have anything specific yet. We have a couple festival next year's Metal Days, Partisan in Europe. So yeah, we'll see how things goes, but we'll definitely tour a good part of the year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And this is the last question. Do you have any last words? Do you want to thank the fans? Do you want to promote Algorythm or anything else you have? So take it away. It's all you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for all the people that came to our show already, either Europe or US or Canada, whatever. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate the fact that you support the band and buy our music. It's how you keep metal bands and artists alive. And yeah, we hope to see you really soon. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't listened to Algorythm yet, then do it. And obviously, Beyond Creation has a lot of great tour plans for next year. So definitely keep up with everything they're doing. If they're coming to a town near you, then definitely check them out live. They're an awesome live band. And thank you again for watching. Stay metal, everyone.